Since the early boom of the internet, there have been thousands of weird images posted around forums and posts online. A famous one you may still remember is the Mickey Mouse one. A basement that rather came down to time, and peeking around the corner is a person dressed up in a Mickey Mouse outfit. This case split the internet in half, because many were sure that some random dude just went in some random basement and found a guy in a Mickey Mouse outfit. The other half was thinking, yeah, it's fake. In this case, the original image is not known to this very day. Yet I don't believe that someone just went in a random basement and found something like this. I think it was fabricated for hype, likes, and money, as always. Rather, it could also be similar to the case of the Hanging Man in 2010. I'm sure a lot of horror channels on YouTube have covered up this case. Yet the original origin of the photo was just found a few years ago, and who would have thought it was a school project. Today I want to introduce an indie horror game to you guys that I recently found on itch.io. It is so unique to its plot that I simply had to make a single video about it rather than covering it up with multiple games in one video. Without further ado, here is Photomaly. You wake up early in the morning in a dark room to the sound of your alarm ringing. Realizing the electricity is cut off, you grab your flashlight. You appear to be in a bedroom with a table and different shelves around you. The game instantly tasks you to go and turn the fuse box back on in the back alley, which, considering the circumstances, is not a problem, but kind of weird happening at such a time, right? Leaving the room, you come across some kind of reception area and what seems to be your photo studio. Continue walking and you're met with a metallic door that you unlock to proceed to the back alley. A missing person. Weird. You don't really know what to do with that odd truck parking in the back alley. You laugh it off as a joke and go back inside. Before you open up, you decide to clean the place up a little bit. So you go to work. You know, playing these indie horror games, I encountered that many of these developers have a fetish for cleaning. But I guess sometimes they just need more content. Back to the game. You walk back to put the broom away and you open the shop. The first customer comes in and then we get an introduction into the task we're about to do.
I've been waiting a long time for this shop to reopen. I want a photo where I look handsome.
You follow him into the studio and take a few pictures. Handsome. You upload them onto the PC and mostly just need to look at the format and print out for the customer. Finishing everything up, you put it inside an envelope and give him the pictures and collect the money. Simple enough, right? While there is no customer, you decide to mess around with your PC a little bit. There's a shop you can buy items from, a paint application, a trash bin, and some kind of security app we can sadly not access yet. It is in this moment another customer comes in.
I'm applying for a passport. Can you take the proper photo for it?
You do your job and accidentally even change the wallpaper of your PC in the process. But the customer leaves with a smile on his face. A power outage? Again? You decide to check outside. Was that? I could swear that there was someone right behind the corner.
They printed a photo of me where I look awful, my missing person poster. I want you to make a better one.
A drunk customer sneaks into your store. Seems like we found a missing person, huh? But he doesn't like his old photo, so we help him get a new one. Next up is a young boy who wants to release his first album and needs an album cover for it. And for now, the little scares beside, most of the people seem really genuinely okay. You really like the fact that you reopened and started all of this, even with the bad electricity lines in the area. While the customer is gone, you realize a door behind your workplace. It is here where you remember that your father always kept this a secret from you and never really told you much about it. Sadly, it's locked, so it doesn't seem to play a big role for now. While no one is around, you decide to roam around the building to check if everything is okay and on its place. So there is no intruder again. You hear the bell to the entrance door, so you decide to walk back. But is that a clown?
I need to get a photo taken that I can use for a job application.
He proceeds to the studio and you take the picture. What just happened? And rather more importantly, where is he? How did he turn off? You search every corner of the place, but there is not a single trace of the clown. You proceed to the next customer, but there is an uneasy feeling in the back of your head. What is going on here? The next customer informs you that her classmates tell her she doesn't appear in photos, so she came to your store to take some photos and prove them wrong. Fingers crossed? Thank God. After all that happened, even if it sounds odd, you're happy that you didn't go completely crazy. After the vampire lady leaves, a strange man with no shirt and a wild smile enters the shop.
I miss my wife so much. I want to take a photo for her. If we reunite someday, I want to give it to her.
Poor guy. You take the pictures and upload them to the computer. But wait, wasn't he alone?
What is it? Something wrong about the photo?
No, for a second I thought you were someone else.
Lying can come back to haunt you.
You close the shop instantly and go to bed to process what just happened. Not really closing an eye after that encounter, you check the whole place again and reopen. It is here a man in a black suit enters and closes the shop by himself.
Don't ask questions, just listen. I know what you saw last night. The previous owner, your father, worked with us. Now it's your time. Take the ski and film roll. I'll be back to collect the printed results. Don't mention me or what we've talked about to anyone. We'll meet again soon.
Could that be? Seems like the room is important after all. It is used to develop photos from film rolls. Since it was so important, you began with the process immediately. But very fast you are to realize the content of the images. It's all creatures and entities from conspiracy theories, rather turned to life. Since you aren't in the position to ask questions, you start with the development process. While waiting, you realize a strange puppet in the corner of the room, with a paper on its chest. Did that thing? You leave the room and put the pictures on the side for the man to pick them up eventually. Next is a girl who needs her film roll developed. Oh hell. Luckily nothing happens, and afterwards a man comes who wants some color photos of himself.
The photos I take of myself look terrible. You can't take a good one.
And hits that William Dafoe pose.
Bro, how did I turn out? Does it look good?
Nothing out of the ordinary here, to be honest, except him scaring the living shit out of you after you take the pictures, yet he leaves the shop. Again? At least no drunk junkie around the corner this time. Wait, that's the clown from last time. You did not move that thing from... How did it... Well, I guess Pablo Escobar needs his Facebook photos, so you proceed to the studio. For all cases, you take a picture of that doll thing. Maybe it will stay in place. Another film roll that needs to be developed, so you consider selling the shop. You give the developed photos to the customer. Hearing the doorbell, you see an old lady that needs some colored photos. She seems really nice, to be honest, and her walk also calms you down a bit. You upload the photos and... Is that a child in her arms? Yeah, I thought I saw something. To be honest, this encounter was again enough for you to end the day. You go to bed and... What's this thing watching you sleep? This needs to stop. You open the shop and the bald man appears again.
I'm here to pick up the photos from the film roll I gave you yesterday.
But something in his tone. and the way he said that sentence doesn't line up. As of first, it was not yesterday when he gave you the photos, but it is him. For sure, he gave you the film roll. You decide to cooperate and you give him the envelope.
Not bad. This was just a trial run. We'll be working together a lot more until we meet again in another time.
A tragic ending to this rather unique story. In the end, we were just a tool for the bold man to cover up his trails, probably just like our father was. I believe that the clown entity, just as the puppet, are one of the same. But due to this being the demo of the game, with the full release coming, we only can speculate the sense into the characters. Photomaly was a game that really catches me off guard in a lot of moments. I don't know if you could see it in the gameplay, but there was a few jump scares I really wasn't expecting like that. As of right now, the game is on sale and you should probably not miss out on it. Do the developer a favor and put it on your wishlist. If there's more indie games you would like to see, hit me up in the comments. Again, thank you for watching the video and until next week. Bye.